Hey guys, Welsknight here, and welcome back to another episode of Kingdoms. Hope you guys are having an awesome day. I'm having a fantastic day. We are here today in Solus, the City of Light, which is not an area that we've spent a whole lot of time in Season 2, and we are at this villager breeder that I made actually last season, which many of you have probably never really seen before, but it's here, and I think it still works. I think. I'm gonna have to, I have seen the hearts, but I haven't seen any babies yet. Yeah, I just saw hearts again. I'm seeing hearts, I'm just not seeing any babies yet. So I'm gonna have to see if this is still working. But basically, villagers are in here. This is a Impulse SV design from forever ago. The babies are made, and then they go and they fall in these trapdoors, and it takes them into a water stream that carries them ultimately all the way to over here. Now, if we go down this staircase, there is right here a villager trading hall design. This was created, I believe, by Doc M, and it's functional. It's just very empty at the moment. So one of the things I'd like to do in today's episode, I think I've said a couple times recently, I want to get an iron farm going. We need an iron farm in this world. I need more iron. I need a large source of iron. I'm not going to build like an iron titan or anything like that. That's just overkill for a single player world. But I'm going to make some sort of an iron farm. And one of the things I'm going to need to be able to do that is villagers. And I was thinking about grabbing these villagers and moving them somewhere else within the world. But if this thing is currently still working, I don't know that that's really necessary. We might just be able to take the villagers from here and move them elsewhere and fill up our villager trading hall a bit in the process. Because right now, there's no transportation system in place. There's no minecarts or anything to grab the villagers from here and put them into the trading hall, but that would be pretty easy to set up. And then for any villagers that we don't want in the trading hall, we can swing back over here, and we just follow... Oh, this got messed up somehow. I'm gonna fix that. Okay, that's fine. We can follow this track, and this track will ultimately lead back to a lava hole over here, but we can easily redirect this into some sort of, these are the villagers we're going to use for the iron farm sort of holding area type deal. So that's kind of the plan. I need to figure out how to fix this. Let's break this one real quick. Yeah, so I think you need to start from the other side. At least where it's actually broken. Which would be right here. Things are falling. Okay, we can do this. This should be fixable. Just go there. No? Just kidding. Go here. Break that one. Put you down. Go there. And so on. And so forth. Because we ultimately want all the villagers to... If we get rid of a villager, we want them to fall down here, land on this, and go shooting off this way. So all of these do need to be going in the proper direction. But I should be able to fix this without too many difficulties. And I'm going to have to AFK away a while at the villager breeder. So let me do that for a while. Let me make sure this thing is still working. And I'll be back with you in just a little bit. All right, guys, I am back. I have good news and bad news. The good news is the villager breeder is working. The bad news is it's pretty slow. So I AFK'd for about an hour, and I got one villager. I talked with Impulse, who designed this villager breeder, and I think what happened was the villager over here, where they ultimately get stored, wasn't... he was too high up. So it was detecting that he was there, and then the villagers would stop breeding. So I've fixed that now, and I think this should be good. I've seen hearts a couple times again. which is a good sign. So I'm going to AFK for a bit more and see if we can get some decent villager breeding going. If not, we'll explore some other options. But for now, I'm just going to kind of let this thing go and see what happens. And we'll take it from there. All right, guys, I'm back, and the villager breeder is working beautifully. Look at this. We've got so many villagers down here. Let's go F3B and turn off hitboxes. Look at all these guys. There's tons of them. So we need to start kind of sorting through these. And we're going to grab some that we want to go to our trading hall. For now, I'm just making like a little thing right here. And some of them we want to go to what will eventually be our iron farm, anything else. So basically we want good villagers for the trading hall and everything else to go somewhere else. So I've rigged up a tiny little system here. This is really nothing amazing. But basically you put a minecart here, give it a little push, give it a little push. There we go. It's going to grab a villager. You can look at him and say, do we want this guy? And we say, fisherman, not really. So I'll hit this lever, turn that on, and he'll go shooting off in this direction, way up here. And we can head up here and just go see. He stops right here, right at the edge of this little pit. And then we can pretty easily go F3B to show the hitboxes, get rid of the minecart, and just push him into that little hole here. And he'll just hang out in here. He'll be safe. We got trapdoors and stuff to keep him, protected. And he can just hang out up there. So I've got a lot of villagers to sort through. This isn't the most efficient system in the world, but it should get the job done. Armorer, 18 for coal. Maybe we keep this guy. Let's maybe keep this one. So then he'll pop up here. Once again, we go F3B to make sure we can see the hitboxes. And then we just got to push him into there. And we just rinse and repeat. So I'm going to sort through a bunch of these villagers, see if we get anything exceptionally good, and then I will return. All right, guys, I'm back. I've got everything sorted out. Honestly, I have no idea if this villager trading hall design still works. I have zero idea. So there's only one way to find out. Let's try it. I've got it wired up. If we come down here, this goes up to the surface. It would come up here and redirect to go up this. This would ultimately go to where it needs to go. So we're just going to drop a minecart on it and see what happens. There's a villager, a librarian that escaped. And this is him. Guy, you were not supposed to... Why are you over here? This is a terrible place for you to be. If I can, like, shove you to the tracks just for a minute. There we go. And now we can drop that on him. That should pick him up. Okay, that should take him to where he's supposed to go. Now the question is this actually going to work? Oh, actually this got pulled. Is he in the first slot? Oh, look at that. It does actually work. Nice. I'm actually kind of surprised. I did not know if this would still work or not. So that's amazing. That's awesome. Okay, so now I'm gonna need a bunch of iron. And I don't really see much of it in these chests. I need the iron for minecarts. But it's good to know that that works. So all of the villagers that I decided I wanted to keep, they're all chilling in a hole right here. I've got another little minecart system rigged up right here, which should grab them if I can force them all into this corner. So I think the easiest way to do that is going to be to go here and just put that like so. Well, maybe. Maybe. Because then they're going to want to pop up. Let's just do something like this. and then we'll break these, and they'll go flowing over here to this corner, which is ultimately what we want. We want them to be right up against this. So now, if I grab another minecart, and we toss that guy in here, he'll grab that, go flying up, and he will deposit the village, or the villager, into the trading hall where he belongs. Right? Yeah, look at that. It's totally working. So these are getting filled up. We've got our librarians here. We'll label them all and stuff once we actually have the trading hall like completely filled up and good to go. But this is totally working. I'm actually like super happy. This is working better than I thought it would. Because I figured something with 1.13 would change, and I mean, I don't even know how long ago this was built. I don't even remember if this was built in 1.12. This might have been 1.11. But anyway, so far so good. Things are going really well. I just got to get some iron together so we can make a ton of minecarts, and then in here, I've got a bazillion villagers as well. I don't know exactly how many I need for an iron farm. Partly because I haven't actually chosen what iron farm I'm going to make yet. So that's also going to kind of come into play when we decide how many villagers we're going to need. But this is going really well. It's just, I need lots of iron for the minecarts to get all these guys down here into the trading hall. Once they're in the trading hall, they should be completely safe because this is all spawn proof and they can't, zombies and stuff can't get to them. So yeah. This is fantastic. All right, guys, I am back. All of the villagers from down there are now properly in the trading hall. Don't worry, when the trading hall is a little closer to completion, this entrance will absolutely get redone. But check it out. We got a lot of villagers in here. I think before we started today's episode, I think there were 2, maybe 3 villagers in here, something like that. So this is filling up, and these are all, for the most part, pretty decent villagers. We got a lot of librarians. We're gonna have to unlock their trades to see like what's actually worthwhile. We got an impaling guy. We have a guy with lure 3, which is pretty whatever. But you never know. One of these guys could have mending. And that would be really, really useful. This guy has Curse of Vanishing, which is not so useful, but you never know. I figured keep all the librarians. And then I wanted to have like a couple of farmers and stuff like that as well. They're in here somewhere. Yeah, here's one who's got a 15 carrot trade, which I think is pretty, I think that might be as good as it gets. Maybe it goes down a little bit lower than that. Either way, we've got some farmers and stuff. Now, next thing, I also have all of these villagers chilling in a hole. The problem is, if these guys are chilling right here, this thing is not going to be working. I should have thought of that before I decided to relocate them all to right here, but I didn't. So here is my plan for these guys. I think what we're going to do is make a Nether portal right here. And essentially, we are just going to get them all shoved into a Nether portal. That's basically my plan here. This goes down 3. So 1, 2. This is the lowest level right here. So what we could do is go like here. And then we could probably go boop, boop, boop. Boop, boop, boop. And boop, boop, boop. Like so. Okay? And then if I light this thing, like so, that once we tear down this wall right here, these guys will have, they'll basically all get shoved in there. We'll use a water bucket to speed up the stream if we need to. Shouldn't be that big of a deal. And hopefully we'll be able to get these guys into the Nether where they'll be nice and safe. And when they're in the Nether, they won't interfere with this. The reason I want to put them into the Nether is because I genuinely don't know right now where I want to put the iron farm. So for now, I'm just going to kind of put them in the Nether. I'll just make a note of these coordinates, 351, -10. And then we'll divide those by 8, put another portal in the right spot. Once that's done, I'll make a little safe room for these guys to hang out until I know exactly where I want to put the iron farm in the overworld, and then we can transport them accordingly. Okay, all of these villagers have been moved into the Nether. They're hanging out in a little room there. Nothing to really worry about. I'm just, I feel like I have a Nether portal here somewhere that I didn't, that I had like forgotten about. Is it maybe? Okay, yeah, so I did at one point have a Nether portal here, but I broke it. That's what I thought. But it was still lit in the Nether. But that's fine. I just needed to make sure that this thing was no longer here. So we'll just tear this down since it's really not being used anymore. And then I think we should start seeing the villager breeder springing back into action now. Because now all the villagers are gone. They've been teleported into the Nether. So I think if I... Yep, there we go. I just saw hearts. I just saw hearts again. So, yeah. Look at that. Awesome. So now we're basically ready for another round of villagers breeding, trading stuff. So that should work wonderfully. Now, another thing that I'm kind of looking at here, if we go down, I guess another level, I guess if we go down to this level right here, we've got these rails, and what these rails do is when a villager is in the trading hall and we decide, I don't like this guy anymore, I want to get rid of him. Like say, for example, we have a farmer, right? And then we come across a farmer that's just better, just has better trades. We can press this button and it will eject them out, right? It'll just get rid of them. Now, currently, that will eject them onto a track here, and it's the same on either side, that leads over like so. And this one does the same thing. It connects over here. And ultimately, it led into a lava pit. That is a very bad idea. That's not what you want to do, because that will ruin the reputation of the village, and they'll stop breeding, and bad things will happen. So I think what I want to do is I want to take this track and ultimately redirect it back so that any villagers that we decide we don't want anymore, well, actually, for now, they can probably just stay right here. But ultimately, we'll figure out any villagers that we don't want, we'll probably want to repurpose them for use in iron farms and other farms and things like that that require villagers but don't require any sort of trading. So that's kind of the plan. I'm going to AFK for a bit more. We'll let some more villagers breed up. We'll see what we can get, and then we'll go from there. All right, guys, I'm back. I've been AFK for a while, and we have a ton more villagers. So I think it's time to do the stuff again, see which ones we want to keep, which ones we want to get rid of, sort through them all. I see a lot of nitwits, but I guess that's not really that surprising. I think we're probably good to go. I should double check up here and just make sure. Yeah, I'm gonna have to cover this hole again. That's fine. So let's just go like that, and then put some oak trap doors down, and then I'll put a torch here and here, and we'll just do one of these just to put some trapdoors there as well. Okay, and then it's just a matter of getting the villagers up to here where they belong. So that should be fine. Let's actually put a regular. Oop, lucky that didn't mess anything up. Let's put a regular rail here instead. And I don't think that they'll end up off the edge, but I guess we'll find out. Okay. I feel like I'm missing something. Let's put all of this stuff. I actually need that one. Do I still have a bunch of iron? Yeah. Good. Okay. Grab the crafting bench. That way I've got all the mine carts I need. And any villagers that I send to the trading hall, I should be able to just send them right there and not have to worry about sorting them out first. Because the tracks are lined up the way that we need, so that should be fine. So let's start making some mine carts here. And now we just get to take a peek and see how we want to do these. And honestly, the babies that aren't librarians, I'm just going to kill them, I think. We'll just do it that way. You are a librarian. Efficiency. Okay. You're going into the trading hall. Did he go in the trading hall? I didn't hear a piston sound. Is this him down here? Yeah, okay. I guess I was just too far away from the piston sound for it to work. All right, cool. I'm going to sort through these guys. I'll be back in a sec. Well, this is wonderful. We have a librarian. He has mending. That is a huge get. That is our first mending villager, not that we've found in the world, but our first mending villager for the trading hall, for sure. And 32 emeralds is not a great price, but it could be worse. It could be a lot worse, in fact. So I think that's huge. having an easily accessible mending villager is a big step. But I'm still sorting through these guys. Looks like our next one's probably going to be a baby nitwit. Yeah, that's just no thank you. What about you? Leather worker. 9 for leather. I think that's the best leather worker we've had so far. Let's send him along. And another nitwit. Anyway, I'm going to get back to this. All right, guys, I am back, and roughly half of the villager trading hall is set up at this point. We've got roughly half of it filled. There's a baby librarian or cartographer over here that's just chilling. This whole half still needs to be filled. And we have a lot of stuff that I probably don't need. We have a lot more clerics in here than's probably necessary. And I kind of want to check something. So we have a cleric here that's a 36 rotten flesh trade. This guy's a 38. And then we've got a 38, 36, 37, and 36. So I think what I'm going to do, let's just say we want to get rid of one, right? So if we hit the button here and he goes flying, does that move? Oh, awesome. It does move this rail back to where it's supposed to go so that we can get a new villager in here. Oh, that's so good. Okay. As I said, I built this last season. And it's been a while, and I don't know if it... I didn't know if it would still completely work, or if it would have broken for some reason between one point whenever I built it and now in 1.13. So we also have all these new villagers over here. But before I send them through the portal, I was hearing a pigman a minute ago. And I want to make sure that that pigman is gone. Okay. Wow. The lag is real. Okay, this is fine. It's fine. Let's just get rid of that. I'm gonna break this block. I don't think villagers will pick up grass blocks. I mean, it doesn't really matter, honestly. But yeah, I see no pigmen. And I see no zombie villagers. So I think we're good. I think what I'm gonna do, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna trap myself a little bit right here so that I can push all these villagers out. And then I'm gonna do the same there and there. Okay, fantastic. This is good. So now I should be able to go back through this portal. Let me just throw a torch, like right there. Temporary, it was a temporary torch. Okay, let's go back through the portal now. I'll just do it like right here. And now I should be able to send everyone through safely. And I think the easiest way for me to do that is to fill that in. And then we'll grab a water bucket from right there. And over here, I believe I counted this out before, that if I put a water bucket right here, that water will exactly reach to 8. Whoa, what are you, whoa. No. Maybe I did not count that properly. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, I totally counted that out properly. Why are you guys not going? Oh, right. Because I walled this off. Of course. To protect them from any pigmen that would have come through. Yeah. I remember I did that intentionally. So now these guys should all end up going through the portal, no problem. We just got to be a little careful. Go away, ladder. There we go. Yeah, let's get these guys pushed through. Lovely. And then we just need to cover that back up to protect any future villagers from future pigmen. And then I think we're good. I think that should do it. So now these guys should start breeding again. These ones. Do I see hearts? I mean, it worked before. I can't think of any reason it wouldn't work again. Hearts? Oh, they sure look like they're about to have some. Yep, there we go. We got hearts. Okay, fantastic. So it's all working. I think I'm going to AFK a bit more between episodes. But for now, I want to jump into the comment of the day. And this is from Triple Ace, who said, "Did you know that you aren't doing daily Minecraft, or is it that it takes a while to upload?" So you may have noticed, like, the last week or two, I've been horribly inconsistent, and it's driving me crazy. Trust me, I hate being inconsistent. But unfortunately, I've actually been, like, really sick over the last roughly week or two. And it's weird, because, like, I think I've got some sort of, like, a bug that's been going around, some sort of, like, respiratory thing or something, because, like, I'll be fine when I wake up in the morning, and then within a couple hours, like, my throat and my chest and everything are just miserable and, like, ugh, yeah. So I'm, like, hit or miss. Some days are worse than others. I'm trying to record as much as possible and still get videos out, but when you're sick, like, it is what it is. That's one of the downsides to being essentially a one-man show, is if that one man gets sick and can't record, then nothing gets done. So it's a horrible thing. But yeah, I'm hoping. I have been feeling a little bit better, like, the last couple days, like today especially. So I'm really hoping that I'm like on the tail end of it, and it's going to be better very soon. But I guess we'll just have to see. Just please be patient with me as I hopefully get better. Unfortunately, though, guys, I'm out of time for this episode, so I gotta call this one here. My friends, if you enjoyed the video, you know what to do. Links in the description below, so check that out as well. Otherwise, my friends, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.